Ah, je vois. Ça a démarré.
Ouais, par contre... Attends juste 2 petites secondes. Ah, ça y est. Toc, je nous vois sur Insta. Et c'est juste YouTube qui marche pas, je sais pas pourquoi. Ok, parfait. Magnifique. So we do this live in English. Let's
Yes.
remember, because we are both French, actually, both
Yes.
speaking in English,
Mhm.
French-English. So first, thank you so much, Richard, for taking the time to come on my little business talk. I hope you're
Yeah.
well. Happy New Year, actually, and Happy New Year to everyone on the live. So maybe to start, can you do a little introduction of like who you are, where you live, like a bit of your background?
All right. Thank you, Amandine, for the invitation. And Happy New Year to everyone and to you. My name is Richard Marceau. I'm French, as you said, and I'm 57. And I live in different countries. Actually, I live in 3 different countries, and it's thanks to the business we will talk about. So I am currently in Belgium, but I'm a resident in Andorra, the Principality of Andorra in the Pyrenees Mountains, and I also live in the south of France in Cannes. So I split my time between the 3.
Mm. Very nice places to live.
Indeed.
So what did you do before the business?
Yes. So for me, it's a more than 20 years journey with this business. But first, I graduated in France as an engineer. So I have worked in the construction industry as an engineer for a few years in France, and then I moved to Belgium. So I've had a previous career of 11 years in the traditional world, being an employee.
And what made you start then the business? Like what was your why that made you be like, yeah, I'm done being an engineer?
My why was that I was okay with the money I earned at the time. I was doing well and I enjoyed what I was doing. I was traveling a lot. I love traveling. But I didn't have time to enjoy. Uh, I didn't have time to experience the life I wanted to experience. I guess a lot of people are feeling the same. So the money was okay, but the free time was not okay. And then I discovered an option which I didn't know about. And that was to me the first thing I saw, that I could have both. I didn't think it was possible, but I could have more time for me, for my family, to enjoy life as much as I want to travel, and having no limits in for the income I could earn. So that's why that was my why, being more free.
And how did you hear about the business, like the opportunity?
I heard it at home from a person who came at home doing a presentation. So it was back in 2005, something like that. And this person came and shared the opportunity. It's based on products as well, everyday products, improving well-being, lifestyle, etc. So at first I was a bit surprised because it was a bit shocking to to have this encounter of something that I I didn't know. So I was a bit skeptical at the beginning, but I did my research and I talked to people doing this activity. I saw testimonials, and after a while, I said to myself, why not? Risk free, why not?
And would you say that it actually changed what you were hoping for, like having more time, more freedom? What did it bring to you, like after these like 20 years of experience?
It changed it. It changed everything, absolutely everything. First, the products changed my. I think we'll come back to that, but it changed a lot of things for myself on the personal level, my well-being. But speaking of my life, the lifestyle have had since I became successful, which took a few years, but it's not the same life for sure. As I said, I now split my time between three different countries because I chose them. It's not being imposed on me. I chose to live in the places where um, it was in my dream list. The south of France, French Riviera, the mountainside because I ski winter time every day, and so I'm living near a ski resort because it was on my dream list and I could afford to do it. And so we travel a lot. Uh, so it would take me 10 years to experience in my previous life what I now experience in only 1 year, probably.
And how long did it take you to, like you say, become successful?
To me, there are different stages. The first stage is to be able to sustain your everyday needs with your income. So putting food in the fridge, being able to pay the bills, etc. Like replacing your salary, your
Mhm.
employee salary, and then taking care of the family, being able to pay for the studies of your kids. That's what I did. I even bought a car to my son at one point to help him because he needed a car for his work to launch his career, things like that. And then lifestyle. You can afford things like, I remember once I went to Namibia for more than 3 weeks, and it was the best vacation of my life, but it was quite expensive and I could afford it. So the first stage, it took me about 2 years and a half to reach it. And then there was a few years of, building up steadily, maintaining the business as well, because it's an entrepreneur, thing. So people come, people go, you recruit, some people do something else. That's an entrepreneur's life. And then because it's all about believing in yourself, helping people believing in themselves, having big goals, being ambitious, working the law of attraction. And then one time it exploded, the business exploded, and then I could be really financially free. It happened 10 years ago, something like that.
Mm-mm. And you said earlier that the products have really had also like a nice impact on your
Mm.
life. What would you say about the product, and what did it change for you?
I've always done lots of sports. So I was doing competition, mainly soccer, but I experienced different sports. And I wasn't aware of the power of nutritions, the nutritionals. Uh, and so as the products were based on nutritionals, I mean, I tested that. And I was allergic to many things: dust, cats, things like
Terrible
that.
allergy.
Lots of allergies, headaches also. And I thought I was in a very good shape because I was doing a lot of sports. But I had these things, on the side, which I thought it was just part of life, like everybody. But when I took the nutritionals on a regular basis, I discovered the power of them. And also because I'm an engineer, I want to understand. So I studied it. I I read books. I went to trainings because of the business. We are being trained to understand the physiology, how nutrition works at the cellular level. And I felt better. And after a while, a few weeks, a few months, my allergies were gone. I mean, I'm not allergic to dust anymore, but it came very quickly in the first months. And then I thought to myself, my gosh, I don't have any headaches since months. Why? That's not a coincidence. So since then, because I take the products every day, it's part of my life. And that's what I teach to people as well. I I don't have a doctor. Quite it is I'm being very, believe me or not, but that's the truth. I don't have a doctor. So a cold could happen sometimes, quite rare, and that's it. And I'm 57. As we say with Maurice, my partner, my life partner, we just ended the end of the year season and having lots of invitations, restaurants and etc. Or Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve, and most of the time, half of the people were sick.
Yeah,
Not us. Never.
same.
Not product.
I love that now when someone is like, actually, I still don't like when someone is sick because I'm still like, ooh, stay away from me. But now that my immune system is like way stronger when it was super weak at the start, then at least
Yeah.
I'm way more like confident that I have a chance to not get it. And most of the time, I actually don't get it. Actually, since this summer, I've not been sick. So it's, but yeah, it takes time. And it's like you say, consistency that makes the difference.
Yeah, and it helps you understand that these are not things that are taught at school, which is a shame because on both sides, business wise and on the health, taking care of your health, we're not being taught that we can take care of that ourselves. But we need the information, and
Yeah.
so that's what this business is about: helping you on both sides, financially and also on feeling better, being better.
And what would you say are the advantages of the business? Because I like to so first I like to talk about this business as a real business and not just a activity, a side business. I think it's really important. And for me, one of the biggest opportunity in this business is that the entry is one of the most accessible business that you will find on the market. But what would you say are the, like, maybe something else, or like you want to, add to that?
As you say, it's risk free. It's really risk free. When we think about the different options we have to develop an income, of course, we can be an employee, but we need to answer to demands from the boss, from the department we work in. We're not really free. As I said, it was my why to become free. So definitely, even if the income is high, the stress level is very high today. The level of security, it's not like in 20 years' time. Now, being an employee is not really that secure, you can be an independent worker working for yourself, like be having a shop or being a physio, or I don't know, but it's time eating, lots of stress, and you're totally alone on your own. Usually you don't have employees, you're really alone. And you could have a company with employees, infrastructure, etc. But then you have lots of money, lots of investment. And it's the same with the independent worker as well. You can say that usually you put money on the table, if you want to buy a shop or whatever. But this option that we develop, it sounds magical, but it's not. But it should be told, it should be shared much more because it's true. You can register to this type of business for free, almost for free. You know what? You just you take your products. That's the only investment you put at the beginning, at the start, and then you talk to people. It's basically being paid because you talk to people and you share the information, you help them accessing the products, you advise them, you answer to their questions, and you also have people who want to develop their own income like you do. And you do that if you want to. Nobody will tell you to do things that you don't want to do, or you have no boss. You're your own boss. So it's a different version of being an entrepreneur. It's a solo entrepreneur based on internet, so you can travel and work. You're a digital nomad if you want, and you work with who you want, where you want, when you want. So what more can you ask?
But you need to work. That's the
But
main
you
thing,
need to
because
work.
often
Absolutely.
people are like, yeah, you can make like lots of money doing nothing. No, if you do nothing, you're gonna earn nothing. If you
Yeah.
work, you're gonna earn. And sometimes you work, and then nothing happens. But if you stay consistent, at some point something will happen. And if someone would want to maybe, consider the opportunity, like the business, what would you tell them?
Trust your guts. Uh, make your research as well, but you have no risk. So listen carefully to the person who gave you the presentation, the opportunity. On the website, there is a website that is sharing a lot of testimonials. It's also a company that has $4 billion turnover. It's huge, and it's European, which is to me quite important as well. I mean, we're Europeans after all, and uh, this is serious. As you said, you need to work anyway. It's really being an entrepreneur, and it's the same ingredients for success than any other entrepreneurial sector. There's no difference. You need to be consistent, perseverance, discipline, having the will to learn, you need to have to set goals, but you are being trained. There are lots of trainings. You're not on your own unless you want to be on your own, but it's not a good recipe for success. So to me, it's a fantastic school to learn how to become an entrepreneur and to build your income and not being limited in what you can do geographically, because it's spread all over the world, and also financially. Nobody will tell you, oh no, you've earned enough. Now you've reached the top. That's the end. No.
Mhm. Yeah, it's true. It's really unlimited. And yeah, it takes some work and it takes some time to reach those kind of levels. And it's more like a 1%, but there are like lots of people that actually can earn supplement income like 150, 200, 300, 500, and others that just like only live with that, with like few thousands, and others that go like above. And it just, yeah, it has like also a bit of a luck factor, but I think it's not just luck, it's also because you are out there all the time, and at some point it's just going to take off. And if you're like, yeah, no, actually I don't want to do this, I'm just going to stay laid back and wait, then nothing is going to be coming your way.
Yeah. It's a part-time income first. You build up to a part-time income, and then becomes a full-time income. So we need to give you time to build. It's a long-term strategy. It's not an easy game,
No.
easy win. No, you lay the foundations, you learn, but while you do that, you didn't invest anything. So if it doesn't work in the end, you didn't lose anything. You put yourself in danger financially. You just made friends because you meet
It's
people.
better.
So yeah. That's a fantastic way to do that with a very low level of stress.
Mm-mm.
It's not non-existent.
Awesome. Well, I guess everyone got a little bit more information, a different viewpoint. I actually don't remember if I have a live scheduled next week, but I'm sure I will find someone to do this little interview. And in any case, you're going to see more lives from me, as I will do actually business opportunity live, and also I will talk about the products live. I decided I will do more lives. So thank you so much, Richard, for being here today. And I wish you a very good rest of the day. Thank you for joining, for the ones that joined today. And if you need more information, we're here to answer any of your questions.
Thank you, Amandine.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye-bye.
bye, everyone.